YouTube? What it do? Your boy, Playoff Don, is indeed back with another video. Early season observations. We're about 3 weeks into the NBA season, and I have a lot of opinions. I have a lot of opinions about a lot of different teams. A lot of interesting things are going on. Stocks are rising, stocks are falling, teams are crumbling, teams are ascending. And I want to get some observations off. So just bear with me for the next 10 minutes or so. One team I do want to talk about. I want to start off with the Dallas Mavericks, number 2 seed in the Western Conference, and it looks good. I can't lie to you. The Mavericks are blowing my mind right now because they are currently starting Grant Williams, Derrick Jones Jr., and Derek Lively. And they are a top 5 offense. They're a top 5 offense because we know why. Because they have a generational talent like Luka Doncic, another generational secondary talent in Kyrie Irving. And I love what I'm seeing from Dallas because it's not the same kind of offense that has been in seasons past. This is no longer Luka heliocentric sun and the stars, sun and the solar system type offense, if you get me. It's no longer Luka a million pick and rolls and just kick it out to shooters. It's now a lot more it's like a lot more flow, it's a lot more ball movement. Luka doesn't bring the ball up the court every single time anymore. He kind of lets other guys start the offense. Luka will come off some screens. He's doing stuff without the ball now. They're playing more like a collective unit now, and it looks really good. And they're way more entertaining, way more fun to watch than they've been in years past. Of course, there still are your every now and then Luka just run a pick and roll and go get a bucket. Kyrie just ISO real quick, get your jumpers off that are cash every time. Kyrie, I know the numbers don't look great because he was hurt a little bit earlier in the season, but he's getting his legs under him. And yeah, man, Luka and Kyrie, they look like the duo that they should look like. And the Mavericks are a gorgeous offense. Shout out to Derek Lively who's cooking. But yeah, the Mavericks look really good. This could be the year. 2 seed in the West. This could be the year. Could we potentially finally get that Luka versus Jokic conference finals? Can we finally get that? Because that would be gorgeous. I think we all want that. But the Mavericks look great. I'm loving what I'm seeing from them. Another team that I want to shout out as well is the Houston Rockets, the current number 5 seed in the Western Conference. They look fun. The Rockets look like a lot of fun. It's legit competent offense now. Fred VanVleet, NBA champion, coming in from Toronto and bringing some real stability, some real competence, and some professionalism to that organization. And immediate returns. I made a video about them before the season. This should be the year for Houston. Like, these young guys, they're getting more and more years under them. Alperen Şengün looks lovely. He doesn't even look like baby Sabonis no more. He looks like a carbon copy of Domantas Sabonis. They got their own Sabonis down there in Utah. They are a top 5 defense right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. The Rockets look really good. Shout out to them as well. Fun team, fun league pass team to watch, the Houston Rockets. Another team that's been very impressive as well, for obvious reasons, is the Boston Celtics. The Kristaps Porzingis acquisition has been that transition has been seamless. He's really bringing in that scoring element from the big man position that they've been like dying for. Al Horford, like, bless his heart, He's fought his heart out for this franchise, but he just doesn't bring like that that dynamism at the big man spot that they really need. Kristaps can also space the floor like crazy, and he's been great. He's been great for Boston. Um, Jason Tatum, it's crazy. Jason Tatum just continues to get better. Just incremental improvements year after year. I really love the way he's attacking the basket this year. Like just with more aggressiveness, with more efficiency. That was the missing piece. That's always kind of been like the little like lacking thing in Tatum's game is him just attacking the rim. We know he's a knockdown outside shooter, but attacking the rim and really just putting a ton of pressure on the basket, it opens up everything. And the way Tatum's been doing it, just more and more aggression, using different hands. It's really nice to see Tatum improve on that. And the Celtics, the championship formula, top five offense, top five defense. That is Larry O'Brien formula, and the Celtics look gorgeous. And we'll see if it continues because it looks great right now. A quick shout out to the Indiana Pacers as well, my beloved Indiana Pacers, number one offense in basketball with a 120 offensive rating. It's pretty nuts, and when you watch them, you'll go, yeah, this tracks. This tracks. They fly up and down the court. They shoot a million threes, and Tyrese Halliburton is pretty emphatically now a top five point guard in the NBA. If you haven't checked out the Pacers yet, I urge you to. I urge you to. You're going to have a great time. So that's all for everybody that looks good, at least, but there are some not great things that I have to talk about as well. Like the LA Clippers. Uh, it looks pretty trash. It looks pretty trash. I'm not going to lie to you. Um, James Harden's first three games, they failed to score 100 points. And Tyronn Lue was pulling these guys out of games with like 7 or 8 minutes left, and it's like a 14-point game. Tyronn Lue's like, scrap this, forget it. We don't have a chance. Just yeah, it's pretty wild how as soon as Harden comes in, this team kind of like takes the identity of James a little. Because now James comes in, they play way slower when he's out there. The James Harden teams don't fly up and down the court. These guys really aren't boxing out. And in case you didn't get the vibe already, I was not a fan of this trade. I just didn't feel like the Clippers, that whole Clippers need a point guard thing, I've always thought that was overblown. But you know how Steve Ballmer is. He's just desperate for star power. I guess. The argument that the Clippers are better after this trade, I just don't agree. I don't agree. Because Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were both absolutely cooking, especially Paul George. And I feel terrible for him because now it's kind of like Paul is kind of like he's trying to fill in that glue guy like role because he knows he's the best at it out of those four guys, but it's a shame that he has to play like that because the way he was playing, he's the second best dude on the team, and the way he was playing, he was absolutely cooking, and it's just unfortunate. And I'm not saying the Clippers can't turn it around, but it's always going to be an awkward fit with James Harden and Russell Westbrook together. We've seen that already, and these guys play very similarly, and they play a certain way, and they're both over 30, so they're not going to change. Like I said, I'm not going to write them off, but I'm going to write them off because it doesn't look good to start. Why would it? James is he's getting catch and shoot opportunities, and he's not taking them. He's pump faking, sidestepping, and then taking contested threes. It looks not good at all. And I don't think they've won a game since Harden got there. it looks not good at all for the Clippers. Got to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks as well. The Dame trade has not hit the ground running. That first game that Dame came in and he hit all those big shots to save their behinds in a close game, it seems like that was the only like emphatic things have changed moment here in Milwaukee. And since then, they can't stop a nosebleed. They couldn't stop Girl Scouts from getting to the rim. It's not good. I'm gonna be honest. The Bucks are giving up a lot of points, and they don't have any depth anymore. It seems like they're trotting out a lot of just guys. You feel me? The team still looks old and slow. They still have Giannis, and Giannis is trying his best to carry the team through these games. But I imagined that just the Dame Giannis combination, that 2-man game, would be able to overcome any deficiencies that the team might have, and it still could. Again, it's November, all right, but I thought, now to be fair, Dame did just get there before the season started, so it's understandable that it would take them a while to get it together. But I thought I would see more Dame and Giannis pick and roll. We'll just have to see. Also, real quick, I'm not going to talk about the Phoenix Suns. I'm not going to talk about the Pelicans, and I'm not going to talk about the Grizzlies. We know why those teams don't look as good as they do, either injuries or suspensions or both. I'm not going to discuss those teams. They just need to get their players back, and then we'll make the observations from there. I'm also not going to make any declarative statements about the LA Lakers. Again, injuries. Dudes have been in and out of the lineup. Key pieces have been in and out of the lineup. I'm not worried about the Lakers at all. I do think it's still funny, though, that they make all this noise about we've got to help LeBron and, take the load off of him throughout the regular season so that he can be 100% for the playoffs. They talked about this for like 3 straight seasons, and it still comes down to LeBron needs to be on the court, and if he's not, the offense is terrible. It's incredible how they keep managing to pull this off. But I'm not making any statements. I'm not worried about them or the Suns. The Pelicans maybe, but of course we will see. I've already shouted out the Minnesota Timberwolves in my last video and the incredible defense that they're playing as well. Speaking of incredible defense, Chet Holmgren for the, I was about to say Indiana Pacers, for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are incredibly solid. It's crazy. They're a young team, and they play like the smartest veterans. They just know the answers for like every defense that's thrown at them. Let's drive to the rim a ton. Let's kick out the 3. And Chet Holmgren is. It's crazy how talented. You almost forget how talented he is. He's not just some rim protector. Like, he's got legit ball skills. He can shoot the thing. He doesn't jump. Like, he doesn't bite on pump fakes. He doesn't foul. Chet, he's the big that OKC. He's the dynamic big that OKC's been looking for. Chet looks gorgeous. Chris Paul on the Warriors, real quick. I love this version of Chris Paul. Like, he's not a scorer anymore. He's not a star anymore. But he just comes off the bench. He's just the ultimate floor general, the ultimate backup point guard. He just comes out, averages 9 assists coming off the bench, just steadying that second unit. Chris Paul's been awesome. He's helped that turnover issue that the Warriors have had for years. Chris comes in, that goes down. Him and Steph play great together when they're on the court. Chris Paul and the Warriors looking real good so far. Looking a lot better than Jordan Poole. That's for sure. And everybody stop beating up on Jordan Poole. All right, he's on a bad team. Stop beating up on him. Even look, I'm not the biggest Jordan Poole guy in the world, but let's stop beating up on the dude. He's not gonna win a lot of games because he's in Washington. Relax. All right, let him get his stats. One more player I want to bring up is Asar Thompson from the Detroit Pistons. Real quick, real quick. I'm trying to rapid fire through these. But Asar Thompson, the Detroit Pistons have found themselves a super dynamic glue guy, a super athlete. The jump shot's gonna come. It's not there yet, but I believe it will come. He's great at cutting, great at playing off the ball. Tenacious, lengthy defender that's already giving people problems. And for some reason, he's already one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. I don't know why, but he's great. He crashes the glass like a lot of players don't. He's a joy to watch. Pistons found themselves one. And yeah, that's the rapid fire observations that I've peeped. It's a lot, hopefully a lot of these things hold up. I'm sure a lot of this will regress, or who knows. But that's just some stuff that's caught my eye early in the season. Let me know what's caught your eye this season. Who do you believe in? What don't you believe in? Who's gonna get better? Yeah, but just some observations. But I'm gonna be out. There will be more content on the way, but y'all take it easy. Peace.